But this notion that it's my fault, meaning I deserve this disaster, on the contrary, it's not I deserve. I can fix this if this is the job that the Eibishter gives me. So instead of thinking about, do I deserve, am I getting what I deserve, am I getting more than I deserve, less than I deserve, it's not about that at all. The question is, what contribution can I make? That's the definition of life. You're necessary for something. Figure out what. But why do I deserve this? Who said you deserve it? And when you're successful and you say, what did I do to deserve this? The answer is, you don't deserve it. The success was given to you because you can do something with it. There is no deserving. That whole notion is a sickness. So when people say, why me? What are you asking? What are you asking? What did I do to make this happen? Nobody said you did anything.
Maybe your soul did something in a previous life.
No.
You were reincarnated.
Your soul did a lot in your previous life, but not enough. That's why you have another one. So being born again is not a punishment. You're going to keep being born until you get it right, kid.
Let's say the first body that it was in was like a sinner. So the second body, it's going to be someone who experiences pain because the first body did tremendous amount of, like went against Hashem. And
yes, you pick up where you left off, but not as a punishment. The project continues. And yeah, where you left off. But the point is, what can you contribute now? Because you didn't contribute enough last time. I mean, what would you say to a 6-year-old kid whose parents get divorced and the kid says, it's all my fault? What would you say to a 6-year-old? Like, you are not capable of doing enough damage to cause anything. You're 6 years old.
Well, like, to ruin the intimacy between the parents when the child's born, so then they don't look at each other the same, so then they get bored of each other and they're just like, okay, why are we married? Because our center of attention is our children.
Yeah, but then when does that happen? 20 years later?
Doesn't always.
Well, when the kid's 6, if you play aside, but like a parent's like...
Yeah, but that'll be much more common in marriage.
By the way, I had this interesting experience. A man calls me from Israel. I don't know him. And he says, my 12-year-old daughter got it into her head that God is angry at her, and she's miserable. And we've taken her to psychiatrists and to Mekubolim and nothing's helping. And without warning me, he puts her on the phone. And just talk to her, and she's on the phone. I don't talk to 12-year-olds. I don't know what to. Anyway, so I said, God is angry at you? She says, yeah. I said, I'm so jealous. She says, what? I said, I'm so jealous. You're 12 years old. How did you become so important that something you did got God angry? I wish I could do that. She said, what? I said, you can get God angry? How powerful how did you get so important? And it clicked for her. She said, oh, okay, bye. Like, now I can imagine she runs around telling her friends, God's angry at me. Not you. You're nothing. But it's true. All this thing, God is angry at you and he's going to punish you. Really? I can get God angry? I think that's a compliment. It's awesome. Unless we have this picture of God, he's angry all the time anyway. He's just an angry thing, and he's just looking who to vent his anger on. So if you say one wrong word, that's it. You're going to get it. Come on. Even when God tells us in the Torah, if you do this, I will be angry. What a compliment that is. Life is an opportunity to make a difference. That's it. What difference? In what? In where? God will set it up for you. He'll give you the circumstances. He'll put you in a position. He'll give you the challenge, and that's where he needs your contribution. What kind of deserving? What kind of punishing? Now, mothers who get divorced feel very guilty, not so much over the divorce, but how they ruined their child's life. Look what I did to my kid. That is also so wrong. You can't do anything to your kid. You think God abandons children to their mothers? If God abandoned children to their mothers, we would all be crippled. Or to fathers, we'd be dead. God doesn't abandon us to our parents. Parents are human. You can't put human beings in charge of a life. So anything that happens to the child is now going to have to grow up without a father. Why, you did that? The mother? Be ridiculous. This child was meant to handle life and make a contribution without the help of a father. It has nothing to do with the mother's failure. That's what we believe, according to the Baal Shem Tov, is the meaning of Hashgacha Pratis. Hashgacha Pratis means what you're going through comes from God, not from your neighbor, not from the czar, not from the president, not from your mother, and not from your father. That's what Yosef told his brothers. They thought he was angry at them and will take revenge. So they beg him for forgiveness. And he says, forgive you? For what? You did what you did. That's your business. Handle it. What happened to me, it's none of your business. But they sold him into slavery. What happens to me comes from God directly to me. Nobody can interfere with divine providence. So if I wasn't meant to be a slave, there's no way you could sell me into slavery. If I wasn't meant to be in Mitzrayim, there's no way you can make me go down to Mitzrayim. That's just simple emunah in the fact that God runs the world, not your mother. So the woman who says, "Oh, look what I did to my kid," oh, don't play God. By the same token, the kid who says, "Look what my mother did to me." Your mother? She's not God.
Well, it could be the same damaging if a person just constantly blames God for everything that he's going through. Like, oh, it has the same exact effect. Oh, God did this to me, God did this to me, because someone's responsible. until you say, no, this is me, you're never going to be able to grow.
What does that mean? What does that mean, this is me?
Saying,
I decided to be a slave in Egypt? Yeah? Subconsciously, I wished it on myself. No, this is me means this is the plan that God had for me.
There's a difference between saying I decided to be a slave in Egypt and, oh, God put me here, God put me here, God is evil, God put me here.
I'm not saying he's evil. On the contrary. On the contrary. God's plan for you is always perfect. But by the way, if you want to be...
waiting for God to take you out of a pile of mud that you're in.
That's not
You're
bad.
never going to be able to take positive action. You're always going to be waiting for something external force to, sweep you off your feet. It's not going to happen. So you just
Right, and your mother's not going to take you out either.
right. Your
Right.
mother's going to say all these comforting sort of things, but it's not. At the end of the day,
Right.
it doesn't help you.
Right. But if you're going to be angry and blame somebody, best to blame God.
There's such a thing as just being unlucky. Just some people were born without arms and legs, and personally, I think that just to say oh, this is how I was born, I can't keep blaming God my whole life because it's not going to get me anywhere, and just I was unlucky.
Unlucky.
The reality of the situation, you have to just can't.
Yeah, so what is the difference between blaming God and just feeling unlucky? When you blame God, you're saying, this was meant to be. It's not bad luck.
God, you can't help yourself.
Right.
That's the difference.
No. If it was meant to be, then I can handle it. Not I won't handle it. If this is what my life is supposed to be, then I'm fine with it. But if I think I'm a victim of luck and I had some bad luck, well, then I don't care anymore. It's not fair. So blaming God means recognizing that God had a plan, and the plan is for you to make a difference in this area. And if you're born without arms and legs, it means you can make a difference without arms and legs. Whereas most people need arms and legs to make a difference. So here's the point. Instead of thinking, what did I do to deserve? I don't deserve. I'm getting less than I deserve or more than I deserve. Instead of the word deserve, think of the word contribution. What is my contribution supposed to be? Because I was created to contribute. Otherwise, I don't have to exist at all.